We are still reeling from the energy shifts from March and April, only to begin May with Pluto stationing retrograde, Scorpio lunar eclipse, and Mercury stationing direct. What you need to know for your May horoscope. Hi, I'm Patricia Tate with willowgracemystic.com, and this is your astrology forecast for May 2023. Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. On May 1st, Pluto stations retrograde in Aquarius. This is your first house of self. This is all about you. So there's going to be a major transformation over the next 20 years with who are you? How do you present yourself? How are you going to be known? Pluto is powerful and transformative, and it's associated with deep psychological changes, transformation, regeneration, and Aquarius is a sign that's associated with innovation, progress, and individuality. In your first house of self, this is you going through the major transformation. So being retrograde, it's about you having introspection and reflection of your own personal growth and your own transformation. And what does that look like? What will it look like? It's you confronting these deep-seated fears and these insecurities that you have in order to overcome them and move forward with, and to become who you are meant to be. On May 5th, you have a lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. This is in your 10th house of career. Now, your career and your home have gone through a major upheaval for the last year and a half because of the nodes and the eclipses and all of this energy going on there. So now you have this lunar eclipse in Scorpio with your career, and the eclipses, they bring this major emotional energy. Scorpio is known to be intense, passionate, transformative, and the lunar eclipses bring about these significant changes and these endings in our lives, and especially with emotions, relationships, and personal growth. And this is going to be with your career, with how you are seen in the outside world. This is you transforming that area of your life. Now, the moon, it represents your emotions and your inner world and your unconscious desires that you don't share with other people. And this is what brings your buried emotions and desires to the surface, the eclipse. It leads to these powerful insights and these realizations that you have about yourself. Now, since Scorpio is associated with themes of power and control and intensity, you may see these shifts and these changes bring about sudden endings and new beginnings in relationships, house, home, and with where you're working. On May 7th, Venus moves into the sign of Cancer. So this is in your 6th house, and your 6th house is your service to others. It is pets. It is finding a work and home balance. Now, Venus is the planet that governs love and beauty and relationships and pleasure, while Cancer is sensitive and it's family and home and nurturing. And combining all this is the change that you've been going through, finding a balance between your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being, and your career and your home. So moving forward to May 14th, we talked about your home and how the transformation and the upheaval has been going on. Well, Mercury retrograde in this house is your home has gone through a major transformation for the last year and a half. You've got the North Node saying this is the direction in which you're supposed to be going. You have Uranus with shock, surprise of moving things and people and places and things in and out of your life. And then you've got Mercury that's been retrograde. This is hiccups with contracts that are being signed. This could literally be you unpacking or remodeling or cleaning out closets or just decluttering your home in order to have this clean, fresh start to move forward with. 2 days later, on the 16th, we now have Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of abundance. It's the gift of the zodiac. Jupiter enters Taurus, and it will be here for the rest of the year. You have done the work. You've transformed this area of your life, and now things are really going to be solid and stable and have security and be grounded with confidence in order for you to build upon your new future. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, abundance, and good fortune. And when these energies combine with your house and your home, this is setting up a foundation that you can now build and live upon. It can lead to an increased financial prosperity, opportunities for growth, and your material realm increasing. So during this period, it might be a really good time for you to be focused on building and expanding material resources with house, home, family, roots, foundation, investing in long-term assets that will serve you better, and finding ways to increase your financial security. Then 2 days later, on the 19th, you're going to have a new moon in your house of home. This is building and adding on everything that's going on there. Remember that new moons, they're fresh starts, they're clean slates, new beginnings, and it's Venus is representing beauty and pleasure and abundance. So you focusing on creating stable security in your life, building this solid foundation with your goals and your aspirations. This is a great time for you to set these intentions for you to have financial stability, physical well-being, and building lasting relationships where you land. Taurus is also associated with pleasure and an indulgence, so it's a good time for you to focus on self-care and treating yourself to things that bring you joy and comfort. And then moving forward on the 20th, the very next day, we have Mars entering Leo in your 7th house of partnership. So the 7th house is partnership, relationship. It's where you sign contracts. It's your one-on-one relationships. This is going to be a burst of fiery, passionate energy. It represents creativity, self-expression, leadership. Mars is action and energy and assertiveness and drive. And together, this is amplifying the qualities of you working with somebody else, you working with others, and encouraging you to take these bold, confident actions in pursuit of your goals and your desires. And lastly, on the 21st, the sun moves out of your 4th house of home and into your 5th house of joy and pleasure and children and what your creative pursuits, what brings you joy. The sun entering Gemini. Gemini represents communication, learning, intellect. So maybe you're diving into a new creative pursuit that brings you joy, that is writing or speaking or networking. Focus this time on your communication, your intellectual pursuit. Focus this time on communication and your intellectual pursuits. You may find yourself more interested in learning new things or connecting with others or sharing your thoughts and your ideas about where you are going in life. So I would love to hear about how this resonates with you in the comments below. To hear updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.